Welcome back into the Enrichment Sports Source, folks. There is no better place to buy a boat. That's the tagline from Madisonville Marine. That's what you need to remember because, you know why? There's no better place to buy a boat, period. In terms of selection, in terms of pricing, in terms of customer service, no one in East Tennessee can top Madisonville Marine, which is one reason you have people that come as far away as Georgia and as far away as Nashville come to Madisonville to get their boats, and they keep coming back because of that customer service. Madisonville Marine. All right, I want to welcome in the guys, and I tell you what, I'm going to start over here. We got Chuck Cavaleris, who's sitting dangerously close to the champagne. Mike Strange, Knoxville News Sentinel, thank you for being with us. Right over here, we got Bobby Scott, former Vol, who I know is loving today. We'll talk about that in a second. And sitting right over here, the number of texts, emails, tweets I got about Sterling Hinton, and you know who you're turning into? Let's go ahead and put this thing up. There's Kid Rock, and then there's Kid Rocky Talk. All right, this guy, you have become the hit over there. Maybe not. Maybe Gary Sousa isn't your biggest fan, but the recruits sure seem to like it. The recruits sure seem to like it, and the fans are enjoying it. Sterling, you've been saying, we put you in the position, we knew you weren't going to pick against Tennessee. You finally got it. You got an I told you so for us? Or?
Well, now I told you so, but it's just where our team is right now. I mean, these guys are really striving for excellence. They really bought into the mantra brick by brick, and if you watch every game this season, we've gotten better. And yesterday was a display of guys stepping up, making plays at the right time for our team to win. And I'm a happy Vol today, absolutely.
And if there's anybody happier than you, this leads us into upset special as we're doing 11 topics today. Topic number 6, Butch Jones beats the old ball coach. Bobby, if a guy is going to get his quote-unquote signature win, take another drink, all you people out there playing your drinking game. Isn't it sort of poetic that a Tennessee coach would get his first against a guy who was Tennessee's nemesis?
When you look at it, both of those are true statements. Butch Jones, I mean, he deserves a lot of the credit. And as far as on the other side getting beat, it couldn't happen to a better guy.
You've hated him for a long time.
I mean, and I don't really hate him. And I've told you.
Strongly disliked him
I've
for a long time.
told you many times that, that I consider him a good coach and everything. Mm-hmm. But you can be a good coach and be a good guy.
Yeah.
And he'd rather say something, not necessarily off color, but
well, I mean,
stick it in a little bit. And I just don't respect anybody for that.
Well, I figured just for you, here at the end of our show, we'll do this at segment 4. Just for Bobby, we have some of Spurrier's Vineyard, his own Cock and Fire wine. And I'm going to guess, Bobby, that is going to taste very sweet today. That's really his vineyard.
Yeah, so now it can be Cock and Misfire.
Yes, Cock and Misfire.
Maybe he can go now and spend more time doing that. All right. Than his winery.
All right, guys.
Whining or winery?
Let's move on to the next topic. Next upset special, topic number 7. Running game starting to roll. Against BCS teams, Tennessee got off to a rough start, piled up the yardage late in a blowout loss to Oregon, couldn't run early, then ran for just 66 yards against Florida. Now they've had 2 straight good games, and no one is, the idea for a while there was, well, they can't run because this zone read isn't working, because Worley isn't keeping enough. He's still not keeping. They're still doing the zone read, but they're running successfully now. What's changed? Attitude? What?
I don't know. I have to think that maybe this is a little different thing, a little different look for the linemen, for the backs. And it takes a little while. You don't come out opening day and then get it right away. And I think they're getting a feel for it.
Okay, I think that's fair. Chuck, anything you noticed?
And plus, you saw what it meant to have a healthy Marlon Lane yesterday.
Yeah.
He missed the Georgia game, and he's had some injuries. So, and at one time, the play-by-play announcer, I think he called it Rajon Lane.
Yeah.
On a play, which is pretty much what it was. And look at how many tough yards Marlon Lane was ever able to get, and then Rajon Neal comes back in. So, and plus, give the line credit for being able to get some of those blocks and open some of those holes.
Well, everybody said early on you got to blow holes open, and they didn't do it early. They're doing it now. Very quickly on the offensive line and the run game, how it's improved. Thoughts?
My thing is that they, in my opinion, they've always been there. I think those holes have been there. I think what's happening is a continuity now with the running backs and the linemen. The running backs are not leaving any yards on the field. We talked about it at the beginning of the season. It was yards left on the field. Coach Gillespie has gotten those running backs cases, and they're leaving those yards with our statisticians. We're getting every yard now. We're getting it.
All right, let me go in another direction. We'll start with you guys. And this is another buzzkill alert. Again, it's a little bit of a nitpick, but upset special number 8, Justin Worley's vision and arm. Look, he played with a busted hand. He got the win. Did a good job, but at the same time, he's still lacking when it comes to any kind of consistency at all. You should have had a touchdown on that deep ball to Cody Blank. He was slow throwing it down there. Blank balled it around. Thoughts on Justin Worley so far?
I think he has improved. Like you said, there's still some things that he needs to work on and improve on. But you can't. I mean, as long as you win, that's the important thing. And he's played well enough to win. Really, these last 2 ball games against Georgia and against South Carolina. So if you're playing well enough to win, you can't fault too much.
Thoughts?
Well, my thing is this. I mean, he's not turning the ball over.
Yeah, that's key.
Hey, as long as he doesn't turn the ball
2
over,
weeks in a row.
We're fighting, baby. Hey, I'll take a bad incompletion over interception.
Okay.
But I mean, you got. There have been some risky throws. A couple of times throwing off the back foot. The thing about Justin Worley, John, he needs players to make plays.
Which he got yesterday.
Which he got yesterday.
There was a couple times yesterday too. I noticed that our receivers wasn't getting the push. They wasn't pushing off on the corner, especially on that one hook pattern on the right side. The guy just sat down inside of him, and the ball really should have never been thrown. It wasn't intercepted, but
It could have been.
It could have been intercepted
And
very
we should
easily.
have, could have.
Mike, I'll close with you. Your thoughts on Justin Worley?
Well, you got it right. He needs help, and Marquez North gave him that help yesterday. North had 3 catches, 2 were spectacular, and even his first catch, when that ball was kind of floating out there, I thought, oh, that might be a pick, and North went up with those big, strong hands and got it.
And then plus your new most consistent playmaker in the receiving game, Pig Howard.
Yeah, I mean,
Had 8 catches, career high.
yeah, well, it's funny. 33 yards is all he got out of him, but some of them were pretty important catches. All right, when we come back, we're going to do the scorecard. Then we're going to look to Will Overstreet, take a look very quickly, a 2-minute look at Alabama's offense and why it's so dangerous, things you can watch for next week. Then we got more topics coming up. Champagne may be cracked here. Come on back.